I built a website for my business, Hi Guys Video, and I really have zero experience doing this. I'm gonna walk you through what my experience has been like, and I'll put a link to the website. That's what today's video is about. For the longest time, I was very busy with work, with shooting, editing, referrals, and word of mouth kind of got me a lot of business as I moved up to Altoona. There came a period recently where, I don't know, I had more flexibility and I was able to do some of the things you're supposed to do when starting a business. I started doing a little bit of marketing for myself, and it became clear that I should have a website, and so wasn't really sure how to do that. So to build my website, I chose Wix as the host. It's a service that you can use that will basically make it really easy to create a website. You can register a domain name. Mine is highguysvideo.com. So why did I choose Wix? Watching a lot of YouTube videos, watching some of the people that I subscribe to, describing that it was easy to use. I think there's probably a handful of other services that are just as good, maybe even better, same sort of vibe, Squarespace, WordPress, people that I pay attention to on social media who built websites. Wix was a good one to go with, and so that's the one I went with. Over 200 million users in 190 countries, so a lot of people use Wix. Here are the things that I like about it. It's easy to use. I'm not, some coder. I don't speak HTML. I don't have any experience doing something like this, and so I've been pretty impressed with how user-friendly and easy it is to create everything. A lot of drag and drop files from my computer to upload pictures. I am really impressed with, because I have kind of banners and backgrounds that are video. I wasn't sure how that would look, but at least on my computer, as I'm looking at the desktop version, it looks, like the video is pretty high quality. It's not like it's all blurry or buffering the whole time. It seems to play pretty well. How much did it cost? I think my bill was like $200 for the year. I think it breaks down to $16 a month. I also had to pay an additional fee to purchase the domain name, so I think that was $9 more. If you're a small business, less than $250 to have a website doesn't seem like a steep price to pay. Another thing I like about it is it has a very, very, very quick and easy way to switch between editing a desktop version of the website and a mobile version of the website. Not everything on a desktop version is gonna pop onto your phone the same way. Things have to be readjusted, realigned. So there's just a quick click and you can see what it would look like to view it on a mobile device, and you can view what it looks like on a desktop. I think most people that are going to an actual website are probably on a computer. So I mostly use the desktop version when I'm editing, and then I'll just sort of go back and check the mobile version to make sure nothing looks weird or out of place. What sort of things are you going to find on Hi Guys Video website? I wanted to start a website for people that are interested in using my services of videography and drones. I wanted them to have clear demonstration of what I do. So I have a lot of my videos on there, and my wife said, that's a lot of videos, and maybe it looks a little crowded and not what typical websites look like. I kind of stack everything on top of each other. I don't know. I can tweak that. People can give me feedback. Feel free to comment if you've built a website or you're familiar with how that works, I don't mind feedback. It took me only a few days to really put this all together, and I'm kind of the Gary Vee mindset of I'm not gonna spend a bajillion hours getting this perfect. I just wanted a website. I just wanted to get started. I wanted to learn. I believe in fixing the plane as you're flying, not so much waiting for this grand, perfect thing to launch. It's active now, so you can click on it, get more experience doing this, and people tell me about what they like and don't like. I'll make adjustments. It's very easy to edit this website, so that's where I'm at with that. My website has some pretty simple tabs. It's the home page, where you'll see a bunch of videos, examples of commercials, corporate things I've done, real estate show. I also have a link to services that I provide. I do a lot of social media videos for businesses. I do real estate videos. I can produce an entire show, basically. It's hard sometimes when it's like, hey, what's your pricing? If somebody asks what's my pricing, it really depends on a lot of factors. I have a new appreciation for why it's hard for people to estimate. It's not just like a, hey, one size fits all, here's the exact price. You need to tell me what your project is, what exactly you need. If you just needed me to drive to a location in Altoona, put my drone in the air for 20 minutes, then pass off the raw footage, I don't have to do any editing. I don't have to deliver anything. You don't need me to go inside somewhere. You don't need me to drive to Aliquippa. Those things will definitely affect the price. Where the site is, how complicated it is to get there, where I can launch my drone from. Are we flying inside or outside? Do I need to get extra insurance because there's going to be hazards in the area?
Welcome to 1010 Northwest 38th Place in Cape Coral, Florida.
Do you want to be on camera speaking? Do you want actors in what you're talking about? All those things are kind of going to change the price of the project. And so if I put some kind of ballpark pricing on the services that I offer, but probably the better option that I offer is I put a little section where we could have a Zoom meeting to discuss your project. You can basically fill out a couple questions. It will schedule me for a time to talk to you virtually. That way I can get a sense of what you actually need. Simple stuff, it can be pretty inexpensive. Complicated stuff that is time consuming can get pricey. A couple other sections of the website that I threw on there. I've had a number of people that I've connected with that have sent me messages about, shooting advice, shooting tips, but also, what gear do I use? So I threw a kind of list of affiliate links to Amazon. So if you want to see what I use to shoot these videos, to shoot the drone stuff, I put a link on the website to those exact things. And most of the stuff is not that expensive. The Sony camera that I'm shooting on right now, that's the most expensive, and I don't think anybody in the production world would say that's really even that big of a purchase. But hey, if you do decide you want to purchase some of the stuff that I'm using, I would recommend everything that I have listed there. Hey, I get a cut. You click on that link and you order through that Amazon affiliate, then I get some kind of kickback. So I haven't had that happen yet, but if anybody wants to, copy me, that would be cool. I wrote down a bullet point for mistakes and problems that I've had. The website is live now. Take a look. Let me know what does look weird. I caught a couple things because when you start the process, you have the option to use like templates, And so they fill in a lot of the templates with stock photos, but those sort of things are already kind of put in for you and you need to change them out. So if there's anything on my website that talks about, you know, hair coloring or a service like that that I provide, that is something that I overlooked, and you know, that's one of the dangers you have of kind of building from a template. Overall, Wix has been great so far. I like that there are sections on it that help you understand SEO, that's search engine optimization. They give you guidance on how you're supposed to be crafting your website so that when people are searching for drone, Altoona, Pennsylvania, I come up in a search like that. You don't want to be making your website and not using keywords, not using language that will steer them to you. It's great that you went to Juniata Gap when you were in elementary school, but if you put that at the top of your website, nobody is probably searching for that as something that is your business. You want to think of your business in terms of, hey, if somebody were looking for my service, if somebody needed to buy something from me, how would they be searching the internet to find me? So I like that Wix has sections on their website that kind of give you that guidance on how to craft your website so that it's hitting search engine optimization. Wix is not a sponsor of this video. I'm not being paid to promote them or anything like that yet. I would promote them because I have been enjoying the process. I feel it's reasonably priced. It's very user-friendly, and I'm having an easy time with it. So Wix people, shout at me. If you're in the Altoona area, central Pennsylvania area, and you need video production, if you need just drone video of anything in general, check me out. Check out higuysvideo.com. We are live right now. And if you've built a website, if you have a small business and you've had an experience that is good or bad, if you have some recommendations, feel free to throw them in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. If you're from Altoona, you probably remember that. That is now Nicoletta's. And I used to go yard sailing when I lived in Florida. I would resell clothing. So I used to go to yard sales, find clothing that I knew was valuable. Most clothing at yard sales is 50 cents, $1, $2. And then, you know, some items I would find like Coogi sweaters and things like that, selling for over $100. I made decent money. It was a side hustle. It was a fun hobby. It wasn't something I took too seriously, but I kind of stopped that since I moved up here. I mostly just go to yard sales and I look for cool things that have Altoona kind of themes to them where I grew up. You know, I've found this hat with the Our Waffle King. I found a Sheetz hat with MTO kind of logo or campaign for MTO. And I found a Sky Brothers hat, which is where my dad used to work. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where I post the stories every Saturday morning of my yard sale adventures. I used to put like 20 stories every Saturday, but that was back when it was down in Florida. They have year-round yard sales. Up here, you only have it kind of, you know, summertime. And also, the road that I lived on was just packed. It was a great hotbed for awesome yard sales. So, but yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where I post all my adventures looking for Altoona memorabilia.